Sorry, it's Goss between the pipes that made the save. Adam Goss in net for the Bees Ice Hockey Club that trapped the puck up against his leg pads, used his stick to hold it in there. Danny Rose tries to hold the Bees out through neutral ice, but the puck again getting trapped on the boards. Bit of a wrestle and a push and a shove on the boards to try and free the puck up. It has come out into neutral ice now. Bradley reaches forward for it. Mitchell King scoops round. Bradley now dumps it forward. A walk in and a shot comes in, this time from Onamaker, and gets the Bees on the score sheet for the first time. Goal number 1, first blood to the Bees. 4 minutes and 5 seconds is the score, is the time of the first goal of the night. I think it was Onamaker that got himself on the score sheet there. Play comes in, walks in, wrist shot goes in, and I'm not sure whether it picked up a rebound. It's quite a wide shot there, but the Bees fans will be celebrating the first goal of the night, and goes for a change himself. A lot of dump and chase hockey coming in. That seems to work better for the Bees than it has for the Tigers. Stead dumps it in and gets a shot. It takes a deflection. I'm not sure whether it's Galazzi that came across the front. Stead lines up, makes the shot in, takes a deflection, and now the Bees find themselves 2 goals up, just shy of the 15-minute mark. About 14:54 was the time of the goal. And we'll just wait for the official announcement. The shot come in from William Stead, and whether it took a deflection from Galazzi as it went through or found its way straight in the net, suddenly the Bees find themselves in a 2-goal cushion. Price tries to hold him down. Stead fakes the shot, shoots on the ice. Pad save from Lauday. Bees generating some good hockey from the point. Jackson feeds it through. Stead puts the pressure on. Price gets there first, banks it round the boards. Howells taps it forward now. Hopkins drives down the left side, walks in, backhanded shot through to Silverthorne, shoots and scores in behind the netminder, and the first goal of the night. This one comes from Silverthorne, from Hopkins, and then the pass comes across from Finley Howells, I think it was, and now the Telford Tigers find themselves on the score sheet. 17 minutes and 38 seconds in. Silverthorne with the finish. Pass coming across from Hopkins. And I think it was Howells before that.
The next Telford Tigers gone on 1, sponsored by Asian Farmers. Scored by number 22, Jason Silverthorne.
Shot comes in from Weaver once again. Deflects from the body of Stead. Plays it out in the backhand. Lindgren picks it up. Switches sides, either side of McKinney. Good to see Andy McKinney back out on the ice. And now there's a scuffle going, and Danny Rose was not happy at all. The linesman went in. And as the player dropped, I think it was a bit of a cheap shot sent in Rose's direction. He took a great deal of exception to that, and the two of them went in front of the bench. The linesman comes in and dives across the top of them. And is it Galazzi? Wouldn't surprise me if it was. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was Bees Ice Hockey Nicholas Onamaker that tied in front of the bench. There was a bit of confusion there. Whatever happened, Danny Rose took great exception to it. And Danny Rose has been ejected for the game, so that means he has got more than just a 5-minute for roughing. Game over and above, so the Tigers are on a penalty kill for 5 minutes. The 2-2-minute minors will cancel each other out, so the Bees have got a 5-minute power play, of which a minute and a half. Stead plays the good, and a penalty's coming in on Silverthorne for the hit on Stead against the boards, and he's took real exception to that one. He goes in, he plays the body, the player turns, and I think he's going to give him a boarding penalty is going to come about that. Silverthorne not happy about that at all. But the Bees go up to 5-on-3 for the rest of this period. Plays it down deep into the corner. Lindgren. Back to Harewood, carries it round behind the net. Gabra makes his play at the top. And a tripping penalty is called this time against the Bees. 2-minute minor penalty for tripping. Is pretty special. Yeah, puck bounces off the boards. Silverthorne banks it down. Pressure coming. Bees still on the power play. It's a major penalty kill. There's only 27 seconds left of it. Very effective penalty kill with the Tigers down to 5-on-3 at one stage in this set play. Protecting their end very well. Oh, and the player comes in and there's a shove towards the boards. The penalty goes up. And it's a minor penalty. Now, whether that's, you see again, whether that's a hit from behind or a boarding, we'll see how it's set. Through to neutralise. Goodison taps it forward. Only gets as far as Will Steed. Dumps it in on the backhand. Comes behind the boards. Goodison cycles it round up to McKinney. And now, tap forward. Hopkins through to Finley Howells. Winds up, shoots. And it takes a save. The arm goes up. He gets a bit of the catch in mid-two. It changes the direction of the puck from Finley Howells' shot and ends up in the back of the net. Goss will be frustrated at that. He put his catch in mid up to save the shot coming in from Finley Howells. And as he did so, it changed the direction of the puck and it dropped down in the back of the net. And the Telford Tigers have now tied it up with an even strength goal. 5-on-5. Finley Howells looking in at this as he completes the play. Gets the shot away, breaks out, drives over the blue line, gets the shot away, the glove comes up, gets a bit of the puck, changes to direction, it drops in behind Goss, who'll be frustrated as he got a glove to that. And now we've got a tied game. Oliver up to Jesson, banks it off the boards. Drops to the stick of Watkins, takes a big hit, penalty's called. And Fielder's going in, sticking up for his teammate. Sam Watkins, young player, takes a hit and an elbow, and there's a lot of aggression based on that puck bounced. Sam Watkins into the boards. It was a clear penalty, the penalty was assessed. Fielder making it clear it wouldn't be stood for on his younger teammates. Goes as far as Mitchell King, tries to knock it on. But the Bees defender stick gets on there. McKenzie winds up, shoots and scores! And Scott McKenzie at the point takes a step down. Goss lines it up, he sees it coming. And Goss kicks out the right leg pad like the paddle on a pinball machine. And Scott McKenzie's shot found its way between the edge of Goss's pad and the left-hand post. And suddenly, a power play goal from the Telford Tigers changed momentum. At the end of that first period, they thought this is the Bees game. They're owning this, they're controlling the game, and suddenly the Telford Tigers now have shifted momentum. 3-2 the scoreline, with an amazing power play goal from Scott McKenzie on the point, and suddenly the Telford Tigers are a different team. Confidence in their passing shining through as they take this offensive play straight to the Bees' door. Now, penalty called this time against Weaver. It's going to go as a trip-in. It's unfortunate. Weaver lunged forward towards Lingreen as he came through. His stick was across and Lingreen lost his footing as he tripped over it. And Weaver won't be happy with that. Bobbles up. Oliver sends it round the boards. Gets as far as McKinney. Plays it forward to Hopkins, drives forward, hits the blue line, leans on his backhand, puts it across, the shot comes in, and it was a rocket of a shot from Mitchell King. It was Hopkins that made the play, driving down, using the puck on his backhand, reaching round, flicks it across. Mitchell King steaming in through the slot and gets straight on the one-timer, firing the puck home in the back of the net. And suddenly the Telford Tigers now are up on 4-2. Goodbye, and now McKenzie carries it forward, passes through to Weaver. Weaver carries over the blue line, goes to the 2D, and a tripping penalty is called. The 2D close up on the sticks, and Weaver trips forward as he goes over it, and this has played into the hands of the Telford Tigers because some 23 seconds into period 3, they find themselves on a power play. Galassi backhanded over, shot goes wide to the right of Goss. Mitchell King picks it up, skates through. McKinney tries to get it, it's empty net. Sam Watkins reaches round and he plays it up towards Mitchell King. And a penalty's coming. Pass forward now. Howells tries to drive forward. Bradley keeps his foot trailing and holds up the stick. Pushing and shoving between Bradley and McKinney. Now walking, switches sides. Goodison swings at the shot, the puck trickles on a little bit. McKinney clutches at it. Well recovered from McKinnon. Now a drive forward from Hopkins. He tries to jump through. Galazzi pins one of Hopkins' leg and he drives forward and skates on. And a too many men call. Terrible change. Guy coming on the ice, touches the puck. Other guy gets off. The Tigers run another power play. Too many men in front of the gate. Shot comes in from Weaver, goes high. Goss reaches up with his catching mitt. Rebound comes down. Silverthorne reaches at it. Aston reaches for it. Goss is lying across the goal line. He's on his line. The puck's not over the line. I can see it's right in front of me. Plays the puck round off the boards. Comes across. The puck's loose. Hopkins drives forward. Good body positioning, holding it from Webb, but now a lunge from Deacon Fielder. Gets on the puck. The goal's empty. Fielder battles on the board, sends it on the backhand. Hopkins goes across. Galazzi goes in with the stick. The referee's screened by it, and Hopkins is a little bit at a loss of why that wasn't a penalty, but the angle and where the body positioning sits. Bees playing 6-on-5 right now with an empty net. Very early stage in the game to do it. Puck takes a deflection up into the netting. I think this is the earliest I've ever seen a netminder, Paul. You've got 2 goals to make up. If Telford can get a clear chance on the puck, it's worth going for. But of course, if it misses the target, and there goes the puck. It's coming down, and it's in the back of the net. An empty netter from behind their own goal line. I'm not sure whether that was Weaver or Goodison, but it was one of the D at the back. If I was a betting man, I'd probably put that one on Weaver. He had the puck, dumped it down, and it trickled its way straight in the net.
So slightly shaky first period, but the second period, the guys really stepped up.
No, we had a slow start. I was a little surprised by that, but I think after last night's the way we finished, conceded 5 goals, perhaps I'm not as surprised as that. We lacked a little bit of belief and a bit of confidence. Went through some systems for the start of the second period, and it made a big difference. It just got us all on the same page. We were able to move the puck, support the puck a lot better, and obviously establish a strong forecheck.
And of course, the penalty kills, I think, gave them a little bit more confidence, and then the string of passes and the finishing on the goals as well. There seemed to be much more belief after that first goal, and suddenly they started to spend a bit more time on the puck and were much cleaner with the transitions.
Yes. Our penalty kill was good, obviously. When you get to that point and you're 5-on-3 and you're going to be killing a 5-minute minor penalty as well, we managed to sort out a good rotation and get to some pucks, get the puck 200 feet down the ice and kind of take small steps through that. And I think on the bench at the time we probably forgot we'd kind of got that kill, because I think towards the end of that, or the start of the next phase of play, we were able to grab a goal. What we were really guilty of last night was not getting the puck to the net, and our first goal tonight was just a puck to the net, and it's come off Adam Goss's glove and gone in. And if you get the puck in the right areas, you get rewarded, and we've got to do more of that all the time. It's difficult at the moment. We're asking a lot of guys to play up and down the lineup in different positions. You know, guys have got to come with character and do what's asked of them, and tonight we got that.
And it must be a real challenge for you as a coach as well, with players out on injury and losing players when they get kicked out of games as well, having to continually readjust and reconfigure your lineups.
That's always a problem. You know, we haven't had a settled lineup now for a while. We haven't had settled lines for a while. Whether that's kind of obviously injury, performance, we always try to work with the puzzle. You've got to react and you've got to make decisions pretty quick. I think the big difference perhaps with this season's team and previous seasons, we're probably more inexperienced than we have been. So the X's and O's don't always go in quite as quickly with some guys, but they're learning on the job. You know, Jack Hopkins had a real strong game tonight. It was good to see the way he played, and he made things happen. He was strong on the puck. But for us, it's the defensive aspect of the game that we need. You know, the young guys, the inexperienced guys that haven't been around this level before, to make a difference and allow me to put trust in them. If they're going out there and they're struggling in the D zone, it's difficult to get them out and put them out to play. But you know, we're developing as a team. Like you said a moment ago, it's difficult when we don't have a settled lineup and things happen. But that's the nature of the game.
Well, good result tonight, overturned and cancelled out everything last night, so clean sheet going into next weekend.
I don't like to think it cancelled it out. I thought that the poor performance last night was a poor performance. I would have hoped to get 4 points this weekend, but you've got to move on and you've got to take the positives out the weekend. And I think tonight our second period really give us a big boost.
Thank you, Tom.
Cheers.